Fake the toss to Walker. Darnold on the roll, heaving it for Jackson Smith and Jigba, and he overshot. 10 for Seattle. Cup in motion, Walker the carry, trying to bounce to the outside, and Walker upended. Pressure coming on Darnold, finds Jackson Smith and Jigba, turns the corner, first down, the ball pops.
Eye on it right here, you had some pressure coming off the corner, there's your answer, they throw right into the blitz, and as he's going, it looks like it bounced.
One in the barnyard, but now we've got flags, and maybe that
season like the Falcons are having this year, you can see the movement right there, there he goes, sliding into that neutral zone.
In this league is so slim, as Walker gets the carry on first down, flag behind the play, and this may back Seattle up.
You just got to get it off. You can have your hand there. And real
Seahawk offense. And now movement on the left side of the line, and that'll cost Seattle 5.
And we talked to all the head coaches and play callers on both sides of the ball about red zone. Everything is magnified. All your mistakes are going to be magnified down here.
Darnold, pressure up the middle, floats it for K9. The pass incomplete. 2nd and goal. Walker finds some space. Walker weaving inside the 5, and he's down at the 11th play of this drive. Darnold with time, looking for the end zone. Jackson Smith and Jigba.
He was trying to get lateral and go over the top. Did that little shove right there get hit?
2-yard field goal try for Jason Myers and the NFC special. 2nd and 6. Pressure comes, they set up the screen. This is Algier with blockers in front. Algier with a first down, out across.
Timing, look at the timing here, just little bumps, allowing Kirk to make that throw. All the way down here, what are we doing? You know, you got Bijan coming underneath, and that's going to grab everybody's eyes. Look at that hole for Tyler Algier to run through. And
between these two teams, stability in the offensive line. Oh, you meant Horry.
The double team, and you're climbing to that 2nd level. You got to have your eyes there. We just talked about Elijah Wilkinson.
2nd and 12. Cousins looking for Pitts, and he drops it in. What a catch! Here's Robinson out of the backfield, and out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. Clock will stop one the last couple of weeks for Atlanta's offense.
Yeah, some good stuff. Being able.
Seattle bringing some pressure. Cousins will sidearm in the direction of Robinson to Marcus Lawrence.
Completely wide open. You got a little bit of coverage out there. Julian Love coming over.
Dallas, his first year in Seattle. Cousins airs it down the sideline, looking for Darn. Complete.
Oh, Darnell Mooney just got to have that feel of where he's at on the sideline. Great job.
43-yard try from Zane Gonzalez is good.
Bumble.
Exactly.
Santa Claus is coming to town. Gronk is the new Bumble. Look what Gronk did.
Jackson Smith and Jigba out a little last week. The defensive play really overshadowed everything. But as we talked about,
a couple of them in the Tennessee game to Jackson Smith and Jigba, but not enough.
Jumped that pass over the middle to Zach Charbonnet, and Charbonnet
going to be
3rd and 1. Darnold on the sneak. That's a first down, and now a timeout used by Darnold. Pressure comes, able to get free. Darnold now will tuck it and run, and Sam Darnold out near mid.
Those two defenders for a nice run.
Well, we heard it. On 1st and 10. Clean pocket for Darnold. Zips it over the middle. There's Shaheed. Down for Seattle. Has to go to the sidelines or out of bounds. Darnold to the sideline. Catch is made by Barner. Out of bounds. Good snap and hold. The kick by Myers sends.
Start to eliminate the reasons why there's concern.
And here's Rashid Shaheed. Big special teams play. Breaking free, and Shaheed.
You know, 83 yards versus the Jets. 75 yards.
Extra point from Jason Myers is good. Rashid Shaheed.
Now, most of these have come to the coverage side right. Look at the blocks by Seattle. Look at that lane right there. You know, the last opportunity against a little bit, that ball will find the open running lane if you get out of yours.
And the touchback.
Darnold making him uncomfortable, and they've done a nice job containing. He felt like it should have been a PI or a legal contact.
All right, Allison, thanks so much. Kirk Cousins finds Pitts open over the middle of the field. Down to the Seattle.
For a guy that size on the in run, in stride. by Kirk Cousins. Just go. You had an opportunity to split that.
On first down and 10, the handoff is to Bijan Robinson. A little bit of power at the end of the run for 3. A little grimace there. And then this last play, we know what happened there. Came in with the right. 2nd and 7. Robinson again. Looking for a space. Somehow finds one. Bounce 72 yards in this one. Ball deflected to Pitts. Pitts up the sideline. It was tipped.
They come out, return the kickoff for a touchdown.
There's Robinson. Not much there this time. Middle.
4th and 2. Tried to draw him offside.
3rd and 1. Robinson. Fumble! The ball's out and it's recovered by Devin Witherspoon. Falcons, who've been so good in the red zone over their last few games, 13 of 14, 0 for 3 now in the red zone.
Yeah, and if you're going to answer those questions, it's Sam Darnold and this offense that have to get going. And yeah, I think one of the practice, but they get so much work on it on both sides of the football. It really pays off.
Shaheed in motion out of the backfield gets the first down.
To the outside noise, you're fine.
Darnold on the run, throws, and he finds an open man. Excellent toss to.
Why? Because you have the confidence to make that throw.
It's Walker on 2nd and 1, bouncing to the edge. Can he get the edge? He can. First down, Terrell with the lunging. Off the play fake. Darnold with time. Open. Jackson Smith and Jigba. They find him for a pitch and catch to Jackson Smith and Jigba. Toss play, Walker trying to reverse his field. Well defended by Atlanta. Normal pass rate, just 49%. 2nd and 11. Darnold over the middle. Jackson Smith and Jigba on the run. Breaks a tackle. He'll take it all the way in.
Press outside, back up. There's the little stumble you talked about. Xavier Watts, 31, terrible angle. Terrible angle coming down from the safety spot.
Power for the Falcons, and now Jason Myers, extra point, makes it a 20-6 ball game.
And just some great games, and it was fun teaching them how to enjoy a 1-1 athletic event, to appreciate the skill.
6-6 ball game. Your defense has played well. You had some opportunities you didn't catch.
We've been our own worst enemy on the field this afternoon.
Robinson tripped up near
problems with, and you take advantage of that. And you talk about capitalizing on the opportunity. Preached it to his team.
And if you're Atlanta, you're looking at a couple of those sequences and you're saying, in 2024, it's not like you had some.
That last possession.
3rd and 3, Cousins deflected, and Emanwari off the deflection from his chest.
A linebacker, 160, line of scrimmage, 45. He lines up on the line of scrimmage. And then just safety 12 and cornerback 12. You know, a huge statement, but as a rookie, oh my.
For the young man. Movement up front. Flag is down. Cooper Kupp's first target and catch. Breaking tackles. Kupp all the way down. First down.
Mike McDonald said you can feel that energy in the building.
Darnold off play action. Checks it down and it's dropped by Walker at the 20-yard line. His favorite football play of all time. Charbonnet down to the 19.
And the biggest thing is you get, it's not just the performance that you get from DeMarcus Lawrence and Cooper Kupp.
Darnold, clean pocket for the end zone for Kupp. Incomplete. Terrell out there and
Shaheed on that shallower route, but he does a nice job recognizing that, getting back.
Today. And Myers makes it 3 for 3. And Seattle
need any help. And Atlanta gave them a lot of help in that 3rd quarter.
Here's Devin Tompkins trying to provide a lift, and he's out across the 3rd. Guys, winners this year, and congratulations to them both and everybody across the league. It is a tremendous honor. And when you win the league-wide part of it,
and that's why I love the fact that now we're franchise winners. We're not a nominee from the Atlanta Falcons.
First down and 10. For Cousins, pressure comes, floats it out to Algier. Algier up the sideline, a first down and more. Into emergency for this offense. Cousins, pressure comes again, able to find the open man. That's David Sills down inside the 20.
With Bijan Robinson with the fumble.
Here's Cousins over the middle again, looking for Sills this time. More often than not, it's special teams that starts to derail.
Yeah, and we're kind of seeing what happens in those tight fits.
Here's Robinson up the middle, Boye Mafe. with the tackle of the... And a quick toss, Drummond in traffic inside the 10, and Drummond down at the 9. We're talking about this during the break, Daryl. And with 3 more on the board, this is absolutely the right call if you're Atlanta.
Yeah, it's a 3 possession. You want to go to overtime, you know, on the first possession. Or
for 14-0 for today for the Falcons.
Fridays when I played, and that's when you did the practices. There's another mistake right there, so now we're going to be out to the 40.
Atlanta didn't need to give Seattle any help, and they've continued to offer them help.
3 points, they got it back down to a 2-possession game.
2 carries for 30 yards, the leading rusher. And Darnold to the air on first down, dropped by Zach.
Under pressure on this Falcons defense.
2nd and 10, Charbonnet with the carry. And Zach Charbonnet.
Is in situations like this, they grind out the clock. You mentioned how so they're committed to the run game.
3rd and 6. Darnold will step up, floats it to Shaheed, who's all alone. Nice move at the 25. Darnold, late pressure, good coverage downfield. He'll tuck it and run, and Darnold at the 15 with a... Walker. And he fights his way down near the 11-yard line.
Will be exposed. That will be maximized in the playoffs.
Darnold to Cooper Kupp to the end zone. And
up in all that release from number 11.
Extra point from Jason Myers makes it 8-yard drive for a field goal and a 6-play, 60-yard touchdown drive right there for the Seahawks. Cousins looking for Sills, and it's incomplete.
Reacting, and it's never full speed, so every once in a while they throw out best versus best. I think you just see the game and the preparation differently than others.
Juggled and intercepted. It ends up in the hands of Devin. And the handoff on first down to Zach Charbonnet. Back to the... Here's Darnold. Clean pocket, Charbonnet out of the backfield, first down and more, and Charbonnet.
And get the necessary yardage for the first down. And we've seen him also.
Jake Bobo in motion. And a stopper, Daryl, and I'll wow you with him. And on first down, play action, Darnold turns, open is tight end A.J. Barner, and Barner banging his way to a first.
With James Pierce.
6 offense go heavy here in the red zone. And again, Darnold to the end zone, and Barner can't connect.
As our running back.
Handoff, Charbonnet. Nothing there. Closed down.
I've seen a couple of chunk runs. You know, it hasn't been consistent. So, you know, you look at
Darnold on third down. Pressure comes to the end zone. It's Jackson Smith.
In the year, we've seen the explosive pass play come back. We've seen very good decision making.
Here's Devin Tompkins. Nudged out of bounds. San Francisco to follow. Here's Cousins to the sideline, and immediately tackled is Darnell Mooney.
There were some concerns from those Seahawk fans, but the way they played here in the second half, it's going to be a huge step for
roughing the passer, defense number 94. It's a 15-yard penalty, automatic first.
You can see he's got a little bit of perfectionist in him, and for Mike Moore.
Cousins for Pitts, and they can't connect. He said, you know, Mike Shanahan once told me tough times don't last, tough people do. He goes, you can't pout, you can't quit. You're very different at this point in his career than it was early in his career, as he is sacked back at the 35. How about Nick?
That Kirk Cousins is holding that football, trying to get that strip sack.
Phenomenal today. Cousins to Pitts on the sideline, and Pitts down.
A bit.
Taunting, defense number 27. It's a 50.
So fresh set of downs. Cousins, incomplete. Woolen breaks up the pass intended for Dylan. Algier, not much there. Algier stops short at the 4. And I've got to imagine
Look at their schedule, and there's a lot of one-possession games that they were unable to finish. And again, at this stage with Raheem Morris.
Cousins surveying the field. Lots of time. Looking for the end zone. Incomplete. Cousins, short and incomplete. Looking for Mooney for the Seattle defense.
A little rub right there. He comes open. He's just got to finish that.
To take over at quarterback, ending today for Sam Darnold. And how about the growth of Ty Okada?
From some teams around the NFL when that injury bug hits them and they've got that depth built in. That pocket a lot more today.
Handoffs to Zach Charbonnet. Down to the 20.
Jackson Smith and Jigba. Great play design there on the Cooper Kupp touchdown. This is my favorite today. I really love that whole play where that disaster with the Rams, with the tough day for Sam Darnold there. That was
the rest of the National Football League has 6 30-point halves in total. Flag down behind the run of Velus Jones, who took.
Still second down.
Starting to see some of the second teamers come in on the offensive line. Christian Haynes at center.
And you know, it's a great opportunity for Bryce to get in there. And Mike McDonald was looking up to see if we could get a replay.
Everybody wanted it. Velus Jones just across.
The starters lined up on the edge of the field, cheering them on, supporting them.
To get some of those guys rewarded with game reps. And an opening here for Velus Jones. And Jones up the sideline with a first down.
Got a nice run.
You can see Reek Woolen in that previous shot. You'll see him here right in the front of your screen running alongside. Point